Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Katie. So as you guys know, on this channel we'll be talking about all real estate. However, we're going to continue today with our first time home buyers series. So last week we were at we stopped at working with a real estate agent. So when you get your pre-approval, now it's time for you to go get your dream home. So we're going to talk about the dream home, the inspection. We're also going to talk about the appraisal until we get to the closing. So first, we're going to start after you find your dream home. Currently, most homes are listed very right? So there's also a lot of buyers. So it's a seller's market. You have to be able to be ready to win on this market. So the winning mentality, right? So how do you win on this market? So how do you win? First, when you find your home that you love, you have to be able to offer over 10 more thousand. Some people even go 20, some people even go 30, especially when they're so in love with the house. With the interest rates, everything is amazing. You're going to see that there's not much different when you go up a little bit. So that is why we always say that make sure you have some emergency money. When you find the home that you like, you have to give a chance to your realtor to really advise you what kind of offer you really have to put. So when you put an offer, you make sure that you make that offer very strong. Sometimes make sure you add some proof of fund. Proof of fund will show your seller that you are a very, very motivated buyer. Also, your attorney number, so they don't have to call again for the attorney. Some people will add the pay stub, the W-2s. That makes them stand out from those people that also have their offer on, right? So when they go after 24 hours, sometimes right now it has even took like 2 days. After 24 hours, they will now call you. And yeah, if your offer is accepted, your offer is accepted. So what's the next step after they accept your offer? So you will come up with a lot of cases. So when they accept your offer, now it's time for you to hire a home inspector. So they're gonna come and do engineer inspections, and then they will also do a termite inspection. So the reason why you want to do this inspection is to know what are the things that you'll be waiting for. So sometimes they check if the roof is good. Those are the major problems. The boiler, those are the major problems. The foundation, so those are the things that you really need to look at it. If the water is running well, they will also look into that. After that, though, you get the appraisal, the inspection report. Now it's time for you to sign the contract. So you have to put about $10,000. Sometime in New York, most of the time it's $10,000 or $15,000. Depends on what kind of home you're buying, right? So that shows to the seller that now you're committed, that you are ready to go with this house. The seller, and they will return it to the seller's attorney, and the seller's attorney also will go through the process. And sometimes you have to negotiate your inspection. Some sellers, I have listings whereby my seller said they don't want to do no repair. But guess what? If the roof is just done like 1 year or 2 years, and the boiler was done 6 months ago, the kitchen was renovated. So all those are the things that sometimes sellers say that, they don't want to do anything. So you take it as it is. So sometimes it's just switch problem, all those type of minor things that you can really take care of it inside the bathroom. So don't let that kill your deal, right? So after that, after you sign, now it's seller's time to sign. When you sign, we now have an executed contract. We will return the contract to your buyer, and now the buyer will reach out to the bank. So after they reach out to the bank will send you some documents to sign, on the process of your home. You're gonna sign those documents. Now that shows that, okay, I'm committed, I'm going to buy the house. Now they will order an appraisal. So most of the time, if the house does not appraise, you can negotiate with your seller. Sometimes they will say, oh, you know what, I want you to pay the difference. That is why we always ask for emergency money. Or you can you can negotiate the price again, maybe come lesser, over 5,000 if it's 10,000 higher. So you can negotiate the price with the seller. If they agree, now we keep going. So they will also resend you some documents to sign. if there's any changes, right? So after that, the process will start. We continue going. When you get the loan, you get the commitment. Now, if you got a home from an investor, most of the time investor would love to, they will do the job. They will tell you, you know what, they will do it. Sometimes some people do give you credit at closing if there's a minor problem. Last year I closed a deal. They were supposed to do something in the basement. They didn't do it. So the seller said, you know what, I'm going to give you a credit at the closing. So they gave the buyer a credit to do the job they're supposed to do. So you can see those type of cases a lot of times. Just so you know, if you get some money back, don't be surprised, because it happens, right? So, you know, we're gonna stop here, because after all that, sometimes if there's a renovation, you will go do your walkthrough before you can even close. If the house is occupied, you want to make sure that the house is vacant, make sure that nothing is spoiled in the house. So that is why you go and do your walkthrough, and boom, now it's closing. Congratulations, now you have this home. Now it's time to move in your dream home. Sometimes there's a lot of work that you need to do, but some people will just move into their house and then, you know, keep doing, because now it's your home. You can do some renovation, do some touch up, do some painting. It's whatever you